Welcome back, welcome back. So, I walk into the store, and on the way back, I see this girl, or woman, or whatever, and she has like the normal tight fucking skin tight stretchies and shirt, glasses, normal look. And at first, of course, I wasn't looking at her. And as I turned my head to look straight, because I was looking across the street, I noticed her. And right away, I'm like, oh, damn. Like most men do when we see a nice looking body or a woman that we think, looks nice or whatever, right? And I said to myself, I actually looked at her and I said, with the big ass glasses on, you can't even really see her face. And I was like, does she really look good? Or is it just that, you know, you see the things that activate a man's, I don't know what word to use, horniness, I guess. But it's really not horniness because I don't see women like that and like, oh shit, I feel like having sex now. I see them and it's like, oh damn, she has a nice body, she looks good, right? But then when I actually sat there and thought about it for a second, I said, yo, bro, the evils, the whatever this thing is, really souped women up so much and beguiled men so much that we really, really believe in our head just as much as women want the 6'6" man, 6 inches, 6 figures, 6 feet tall, right? They can walk the physical earth and see that that shit does not exist. And if it does, he's not picking you. Period. And the same thing goes for men. Like, but it's worse on our part because they get to pretend. Like, I guess men do too, but you're just a fucking dumb female if you really believe a nigga got money and he tricks you by pretending he has money. If you don't know the difference in a nigga that really got money and a nigga that's just splurging a little bit, it's because you're poor. You never been around fucking real money before. That's why a nigga could trick you, because you never been around real money. And that's not to insult you. Most of us are poor, so majority of women can be tricked and think, oh, I got a baller. When no, you got a nigga that just, he saved a couple dollars, rented his friend's car, some shit from him, whatever. That's neither here nor there. It's not to make fun of anybody. It's to realize the natural facts of majority of men are not hunky superstars. And majority of women are fucking average or ugly. Period. If you want me to prove the point, if you really want to see if you're a good looking woman and you think you got the shit and all that, don't wear a tight ass dress that shows your exact shape. Wear something that does not show your shape, like a dress. Don't put the makeup on your face at all. Zero. No lipstick, no lip liner, no nothing. Absolutely nothing. You want to see how pretty you really, really are? Don't wear no glasses to cover up your baggy ass dusty eyes and your raccoon fucking eyes and the blemishes and all these fucking things, y'all. It's amazing that majority of women run around with this cocky fucking attitude like they look good. So much that women really run around now and say, I pull niggas. Like that's an accomplishment or something. Like, it's the most insulting thing when women try to act like men and don't realize you can pretend, but you can't be a man by default. By default alone. Because, you don't want to be a man. You want the privileges of a man. But those are natural things that someone can't give you it. Like, women want to be looked at, I realize, like men on a level of, I got my bag up, right? I'm financial. And then you think in your mind, then that qualifies me for a really high value man or a good looking man. Men don't even think that. Men that get a lot of money and everything, we still know we gotta fucking be cool to the chick. We still know we gotta have some type of, or we're just dealing with a bunch of chicks that we know are you there for the money and using you and bullshitting and, like, women don't like that. Women don't want to get a bunch of money and have a bunch of dudes around them that use them. Sound the horns. There's no women in the world that want to be a man like that. I want to be the man. I want to have a bunch of dicks around me. Sound the horns. Sound the horns. No woman wants to sit around with that. I don't care how many. Sound the horns. And have all these guys around you. Sound the horns. And all they do is use you. And have sex with you. Sound the horns. Do you really think a fucking man would give a shit if he has billions of dollars and the hottest women in the world sitting around him using his money and having sex? Oh yeah, there was a guy called Hugh Hefner. There was an old guy called Hugh Hef, and he literally was doing that majority of his fucking life. And one day a reporter asked him, how do you feel knowing all these women are around you just for your money? He said, come on, Hef. You can't honestly think these women want to be with you. You're an old wrinkly man. Like, he said, hey bro, if you really think I have all these women around me for love, one, you're an idiot. He said, two, I'm not like everybody else. I love women. And I don't want to give away my fortune to a woman by getting married to one. And I may be in a boyish, this is not exactly quote for quote words, but he was explaining to the dude, like, listen, you pussy ass niggas that like can never live this life and then try to throw God in my face or throw any of these stupid things in my fucking face and make me feel bad because I lived the real life that you wish you could live. You wish you were me. You wish you were an old man with raggedy ass rusty balls and a young hot 20-year-old. Like, I'm going to lick your balls clean and that's it. I'll be in the next room after that. You get it? That nigga died a fucking hero to every man that ever got shit on in the entire world. Any man, and I understand women of the faith, you're probably listening to this and you're like, well, this fucking heathen, the nations have gotten him. King Solomon, Jacob, all these other niggas, y'all gotta stop saying y'all believe in the Bible, and all these men were like slam dancing, bro. And I understand. Don't get me confused. When I say slam dancing, I don't mean like Hugh Hefner. But they did have many wives. And there are certain things in the Bible, that were made by mistakes. I think this one woman corrected me very much, and I appreciate it. But I kind of knew the answer, and but it's good to hear other people back up what you believe is the answer, and you go off and use the same thing. I was talking about Hagar and Abraham, about how women of the nation need to stop and pull their head out their ass because he'll choose somebody else. And I'm dead serious about that because it says it in the book. So y'all can stop going back in the day shit, and y'all need to worry about what the Most High said about the women in the future. Us, men and women in the future. See, back then's back then, but he did say thousands are coming home. So that means millions of you motherfuckers will never ever come. You're never coming because you choose not to. So you know what I mean? And then the whole prophecy of an Israelite man is gonna have the choice of 12 different women of his own tribe. Well, we know that didn't happen yet. So I want y'all to go look that one up and go correct us men about that one. Oh yeah, I forgot. It said that the time when that's gonna happen, that Israelite men are. I don't think it specifically said this, but it did say that the women would tell the men that we'll buy our own shit. We have our own money. We have our own everything. We just want your name. We want to be back with the Most High. We want the glory. We want the promise of the Most High. We know we can't have it without you. Period. So that would mean it would be a time where men and, our women would have more money than us and be stiff-necked. And then the other prophecy says that it's going to come to a day where he takes away all your makeup and all your fancy shit away from you, so you have to go back to being like your foremothers. And that would stop hot girl summer, because most of you are shaving your fucking legs and your faces and all these other things. So when the Most High does this, you know how more uglier women are going to be? That's why I started off this reality video of, you know how many women are really not beautiful? They're average and they're ugly. Yous hide behind so much man's technology that, like I said, take off your makeup, put on a dress, don't shave for a month. Go back to the way it was. Watch how much no man will ever talk to you again when you grow that fucking beard on your face. When your arms look like the Wolfman, when your legs look like the Wolfman. Could you imagine if society shut down right now, no electricity? Could you imagine if women were forced into the wilderness right now? Do you realize how disgusting that would be? Niggas wouldn't even want to have sex with some of yous. Yous can't even learn how. Yous can't keep your shit clean in society. Imagine if there's no running water. And men are like that too. So don't get it twisted, ladies. We talk about man, woman, and man. We're all men. You just have a womb. Get it? Now, I don't say that to just shit on women. I say it so you actually really try to do it one day, and it'll bring your ass to reality, and then you'll learn to appreciate a man for real. Just like a man will learn to appreciate you for real. See, once we all get these fantasies out of our heads, once we take these fake ass, stupid ass clothes that enhance the way we look and take away from the actual way we look, because we're all gonna get naked and have sex eventually. So that means no matter how much you fucking trick me, you're gonna take that shit off and I'm gonna see you for what you really are. And 9 times out of 10, that's why women get left. That's why when you have that one night stand with that guy, but the night was so fucking perfect. You talked about so much shit, and it was real. It was goofy shit. It was serious. It was everything. And you were like, yo, I think I found my motherfucking next boyfriend. I don't know if this gonna last, but I know for a fact this nigga feeling me. Everything I'm saying is just right to him. I'm not gaming him. He may not be gaming me. Everything just right. It's so right that I want to give it to him. I want to have sex with this nigga right now. He's that dude right now. And then you do. And then we wake up in the morning and we see that face with the makeup off it. Or the makeup, little, because some niggas gonna beat that makeup off your face. You gonna sweat that off, right? And then when we see your real face and we're not drunk anymore and high or whatever, and we sober up, and then we actually look at you. And we're like, whoa, this is not the person that I remember last night. See, the drugs and alcohol made you look a little bit better. Drugs do that. Because it lowers our perception on what we care if something looks as good. When you're sober, you're going to judge motherfuckers 100%. When you can see what somebody actually looks like, you judge them to 100%. But we all hide. Men hide behind our money and our clothes and our alpha male strategies and our game and our cologne and the science that men learn about how yous are dumb and all I gotta do is play certain music turn the bass up in the car a certain level, and you will get horny. You will have that twinkle twinkle between your legs because of the vibration, the word magic on the songs, and me talking to you real nice, give you a little weed, get you a little chocolate, got your little aphrodisiac in you, you got your little ecstasy. See, you women don't realize majority of our sex time is you getting Jedi mind tricked. Majority of men don't even know they're Jedis. They're Sith Lords. They think that shit is game. They don't realize they're performing magic. They're performing ancient magic, lesser magic. We're all magicians. We're just too fucking stupid to know it. And if you don't want to say magic, we're all scientists. Majority of fucking women love chemists. Yous love scientists. Yous love the street scientists. That nigga get you on so many different chemicals, but you'll fucking ask the FDA to approve a fucking a sandwich, a drink. You better make sure you label it right. But then fucking the fucking dusty ass drug dealer, you'll trust that nigga though, right? This the world we live in. This is the reality. And it's sad because the children are watching. And they see all. And they're not dumb. So I just want you women to basically learn how to appreciate what you really look like. And if you bring real women look back with the real woman, I'm an actual woman, men will start loving you more than these fake bitches. Because you can do what they can't do. Be a woman. Look like your actual self and make a man actually like you for who and what you are and look like. Not the pretendo. 90% of women, you really believe that you look good, and 90% of the time, if you really walked around with your man without your makeup on, you would be mad. Because you would always see the real beautiful girls. See, there are so many beautiful women that are just naturally beautiful. And I see it all the time. You know? We're not saying all women are, like I said, average or below. And then we have the pretty ones. And it's always been like that, you know? It's the same thing for men. It's a bunch of average motherfuckers, and then below average, and then there's a couple of, handful of good-looking alpha male, wise, all of that shit, right? And they got everybody believing that we're all gonna inspire to be these things. When half of us don't have the height, half of us don't have the genetics. Half of you people are inspiring to be alpha males. You don't even have the fucking genetics to be an alpha male. And people will say that's genetic racism or something. No, it's not. If your father was lazy for fucking... If you have a bloodline of lazy ass niggas, right? Get it? Your grandfather was a drunk. His grandfather was a drunk and a dopehead. His grandfather before that was a... Do you really think those are the genes of fucking warriors that are gonna get breed? They're gonna breed warriors. Lifetimes of drunks and junkies. Your DNA's corrupted already. You're not even human anymore. But oh yeah, I forgot. let me not let that secret out. You fucking people don't even understand the basics of science. You people are changing yourselves into something else. And you don't know it because you don't have a fucking horn on your head. You're not glowing up red. You don't get how much this world has changed us. It really has. And I don't speak like I'm some fucking perfect person. I come from fucking some bad trees, goddamn it. But I also come from good trees, though. You know? Someone had to be good. Oh! Corey dropping a video. Salute. Been waiting for you to drop. Anyway, I really want women to start really appreciating. The reason I go so hard and try to destroy y'all egos and y'all false images so you can get back to loving yourself, appreciating yourself, understanding you were never meant to be the fucking best looking bitch in the world. Every woman is not meant to be the fucking alpha queen. Every man is not meant to be these things. Everyone's not meant to be the best. If everyone's the best, there is no best. This is what's wrong with majority of the world and why a lot of people can't just be happy, because you're living a false image. You think you're something that you're not. They've run so many experimental lifestyles, meaning they just give us a choice. We don't have to do anything. People chose to live these lifestyles. I don't give a fuck who brings it to you. Well, now. Back in the day, they did used to, pin your ass up if you ain't listen. So, a lot of people need to realize like that. You think you believe in what you believe in because of someone fucking preaching it to you, when no, they forced your grandfather to listen to that shit and believe that shit. And told him, you better fucking tell them, or you're going bye-bye. So, let's get off that. I want to talk about this young man I watch every now and again. And he made a good observation of how us older people dropping the ball and how we are addicted to smoking. And everyone's smoking weed, cigarettes. Like, smoking has become such a bigger thing than it ever used to be that it's literally ridiculous. And rightfully so, he was shaming us and, saying some very harsh things. But, being a Vegeta type nigga, I don't give a fuck if someone shits on me for my flaws, because the same shit he said was the same shit I say to myself. So when I hear him say it, I'm like, see? You gotta try harder, bro. Or you gotta just give up and say, fuck it, nigga, they got you. You gonna smoke for the rest of your life, nigga. You're done. You're 40 years old. You've been smoking since 14, nigga. You're lucky you still look good. Shit, fuck it. And it felt good to have that young man smack my ego around like that. You know what I mean? Like, the way he was talking, I felt good at first. Like, yes, the youth is fucking seeing this nigga is like, yo, I don't smoke. I'm on here promoting, telling my youth, you know what I mean? His buddies and his shit. Like, yo, don't ever smoke, bro. Don't smoke weed. Don't do none of that shit. That shit is square. That shit is for bozos. Half that shit ain't even real weed anyway. I say, yes. It started, bro. I said it finally started, y'all. They're fucking... I told you niggas with Moses. Y'all niggas really think we getting out of this shit, don't y'all? We Moses, man. These little niggas, these little men, some of them are so grown it's ridiculous. And they don't have fathers, I don't think. It's so good to know the father is with his children, guiding them out of the wilderness of the man. I hope I'm around long enough to fucking see the guy that comes out of them. His charisma is gonna be crazy. We just gotta breathe some fucking life into these youth. They already got the smarts. They don't need that. They just need that. They need to know that we got their backs. They need to know that we don't care if they make a mistake. They don't really give a fuck if what we think anyway, but that's because they're young. They don't realize that we're all one. And no matter how much you want to leave us older heads behind, you're going to need us one day. Just like we need you. You're our future. See all that divided Willie Lynch letter bullshit these fuckers have been doing for years? That shit ain't going to last much longer. As our youth mature rapidly on actually doing the things we see, we're mature in learning and in certain things. These little niggas are just watching us and I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna learn from their mistakes. I ain't beat. I'm gonna act dumb, I'm gonna play regular, but I'm watching everything and I'm learning little by little. Like when I hear this young man talk, some things are, it's a young man's talk, so he gonna say certain things in a young man way. But I remember when I was a young man talking like that, and I don't give a fuck, man. I'm glad he be shitting on us older niggas, cause I be doing it the same way. Except, I smoke, so when I say it, it sounds stupid, But I'm glad I do it this way, cause then the youth can come up behind me, and they can shame all of us. And they can be worthy of decapitating us from our thrones and saying, you following these niggas? This nigga he can't even follow the law. I love it. You older niggas that think you're going to hold the reins of this shit much longer, yous are not. See, my father allowed things to be a certain way for a reason. All these bad guys fucking destroying the women's mind made it where now we're about to come into the time, I believe, of a prophecy. See, the Bible said in the future, when we're near the end, there's going to be a whole bunch of virgin men. Do you know right now there's more virgin men now ever than in history? Do you understand that? Do you understand that? That means as black men and women, our enemy helped us. Our people were the most sexed up fucking generation ever. They fucking make sure we break the law. But now they made it so much fucked up against us about being poor. No one wants to fuck with us. So that gives our youth a chance to be virgins again. The thing that the Most High says, I want to dwell inside of them. I want to protect them. They're mine now. Yeah. So now that there's a lot of like black kids that are virgins and they're nerdy and they're corny, they ain't got the monies. You lame. I can't wait. This is why I don't give a fuck about you old niggas and I don't give a fuck about me. We had our time. It's their time now. Not yet. But it's coming. God help them for the future that they may have to face. It's definitely not going to be fun. We're dealing with the beginning. The losses of jobs. The losses of thinking. When they take our places, there'll be no jobs. Well, there'll be jobs, just not for them. They'll have to be smart enough to make one. Or return to the Father's world and build something. Hopefully us older people, the carpenters, the landscapers, and all these things. Hopefully, you guys been teaching the youth these things and not just saying go to school. Oh yeah, that's what you do. You want the white man to teach us everything and pay for it, but just in case that there's a natural disaster, like that shit happens, they teach their kids stuff, right? They have their kids in gun training, right? They have their kids in survival training, right? They have their kids, you do know that, right? Why do you think they allow their kids to sit on the fucking video game and play all these games? Why do you think that the United States government never pulled the plug on games? Because although it does damage to the brain, you know what shooting games do? It trains you to be a soldier. It gets the fear out of you. It gets your aim and eye coordination so highly better than average people that if you actually go to the army, your shit's gonna be better than most people. You're already thinking about combat. You're already thinking about cover fire and I need 30 this and I need you get it? You get it? What are our kids running around doing? Blicky blicky! Shoot wild into the street and hit little kids. I remember when I was in PA. I seen a fucking 15-year-old girl with her dad. And it was like a barbecue party, right? And they got like the woods in the back. This dude got his daughter literally with an AK-47 hitting the fucking target every shot. It wasn't automatic, but bro, I ain't never shot an AK and I wouldn't have hit the fucking target at the distance she was hitting it, even though I was a fucking full-grown man. And I looked at that and that shit scared me. I said, yo, bro, they children can beat us. Their children can defeat us. The average nigga's still shooting his gun sideways like a jackass. Or then you got, most of us that don't even we're trying to be fucking praise Jesus. Well, do you even know how to cock a gun back? Do you even have the strength? Do you even know how to take one apart? I know I don't. And that's not to fight people. No, if the lights go out and you got to be out there in the wilderness and the bears and shit, what you gonna do? Oh yeah, we gonna just die. Because we don't know how to survive. All love, all praise to the Most High. Better